children of the night. What music they make.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
No! Narwhal jumped in the middle of that. Sorry, Narwhal, we're live. We're live.
How's it going, guys? This is my third banana today. Going
Awesome.
banana.
Awesome.
That's part of your clean living narwhal life, huh?
Yeah, I guess. I might sugar crash later. I don't know what the deal is with bananas. I've never eaten this many before.
How do you sugar crash on a banana? How many of you had? I know you said like 2, but like
They're really ripe.
Yeah. Don't they do weird things to you if you eat too many bananas? Or is that?
Yeah,
Something-
I mean, I'm basic. They're so ripe. I'm basically like eating a loaf of banana bread, which is without the bread, just the mushy bananas.
And they're loaded with potassium, so I don't know what that does.
I think that must be good for you.
See, there was a rumor back when I was a teenager. There was a rumor that if you dried out banana skins and smoked them, you got high and tripped.
How?
We tried it. We actually tried it. It doesn't work. You just get really sick.
Nice.
Yeah. So you're both doing vampire books.
Yeah.
Did you coordinate this?
No,
I've got a
but
vampire
after the
book,
fact,
you know.
we have done some coordinating. We're gonna have a collaborated little short comics, like 2 editions.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. That's cool. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it would definitely be a missed opportunity. Part of the reason too, I was like, I want to do a black and white Dracula book, and then I was sort of on the fence, and then I saw, yeah, Narwhal's book is black and white. I'm gonna stick to my guns and do black and white. It's the right call.
If there ever was a book to be black and white, Dracula.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree completely. That's why our book's black and white, because horror.
Yeah.
Horror
yeah,
and vampires, it's got to be black and white.
Yep.
I don't know. It takes something away adding color. I did try coloring pages of the Jack the Ripper book, and no, just look
because
gas.
there's just it's the shadows. That's what's kind of impactful. Because if you have a scene and it's like black and white, and then you just shadow it over somebody, it just has a totally different vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter, the art for your vampire book, it looks amazing.
Thank you. It's
Indeed.
it takes a long time. Takes a long time to draw those pages. It's killing me, but I'm nearly done. I've got I think 6 pages left to draw.
Woo! Wow.
which is awesome.
Nice.
So I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think we're shipping next month. Yeah, not long, a couple of weeks.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Also means I am now rushing to get those last. I mean, rushing, not ruining the pages. They're still awesome, but I am rushing to get them done. Yeah, it's going to be close. It's going to be close, but we'll get there.
Cool.
Yeah. So Narwhal's got Nosferatu coming out. When are you thinking of going live with that?
Pretty soon. So I like next couple weeks, but it's kind of weird. I just want to finish fulfilling Earthbound and wrap up the print file for the Narzak book is this
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Once and those two things will be done in the next 2 weeks, and then I'm like, then it's on. I might take a little, maybe 1 week, little break, maybe. And then
No, you won't. No, you.
yeah. So then it's launching like soon though, like 2 to 3 weeks max, something like that.
Cool. And Clint's got Dracula. I mean, let's not go into the name and you know, the heritage behind the book. I mean, that's a lot to live up to, sir. Related to Bram Stoker.
Yeah, and that's why I think I'm tongue in cheek about the whole thing because like you can't really, I don't know, it seems weird to me. I saw some guy that wrote a Dracula novel. His last name's Stoker, and he really milked that. Like, I'm a descendant of Dracula writing this Dracula novel, and it was like a sequel to. Yeah, it was like a sequel to Dracula, and I just like to me it started as a joke, and I'm going to continue it being a joke here. You know, with my comic, I take the comic very seriously, but the heritage aspect is I just have to lean into the joke of it. So
when are you thinking of going live with yours?
I'm not sure exactly. We want to get the book completely finished. I want to have it lettered, edited, print file ready before we even launch. And part of that too is because we're still finishing up Fatal, and so I really hoping that we're able to get Fatal completely fulfilled first, and then we can move on to Dracula. So, and we still have quite a bit of production to do on Dracula. So, I don't know. Yeah. I'm hoping this spring.
Clint, is your Dracula story? So, is it like a reboot or a remake or a sequel or retelling?
It is. I guess you could say so it's a modern day Dracula. The title is actually, and I make a point of this, that it's Clint Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be a retelling or a sequel or anything like that. It's just, hey, I was inspired by Dracula. How would I do my own Dracula? So it's set in modern day, but there's
is it like Hammer then? It's like a Hammer Dracula.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Kind of like the Dracula 1970 AD kind of thing.
Yeah.
But done in the modern day.
No.
Yeah, you can do that.
Don't be dissing Dracula 1970 AD, Crystal.
I will.
God damn it.
Yeah, to me, like Dracula is the Jeffrey Epstein. Like today, you know, that's the kind of guy he would be.
Wait.
He's the richest, powerful, you know, so rich, so powerful, but he's so behind the scenes, you know, and obviously predatory. You know, there were so many similarities that when I got thinking about it, to me, I was like, yeah, that's the kind of like how I would do modern spin on it. It's still, he's a vampire, you know, there's no human trafficking per se, but
yeah, cool. I saw quickly about Epstein. I saw someone post that a while back. He has a painting of Bill Clinton in a dress. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's crazy.
Heard about that.
Oh, I
saw that. Another painting. Dude. Yeah, and that one, like, it's hard to believe, but I'm pretty sure that's true. And
that's blackmail, dude. That's the obvious sign of blackmail.
Yeah, and then, but what I didn't know, he apparently has another painting of George Bush, and he's playing. He's like playing with something in front of 2 stacks of Jenga that have collapsed. And I was like, what the hell?
That's the threat.
Real?
They're real pictures? Like you've seen the pictures?
Yeah. I mean, they're paintings and I've seen the paintings. Yeah.
So I've got to wonder too, like what does he have somewhere stored away in like a Swiss bank account or something, like just
Oh yeah.
documents, data.
Files. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's true. You know, like they killed him in prison and covered it up. So it's like he knows crazy shit, and it's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything anymore, but you know,
Yeah.
problem solved. I guess that's one way of doing it, unless he comes back as a vampire.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He might be. Who fucking knows with these people?
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
If they're not lizards, they're vampires. There's something.
Or they come
something
back
going
as
on
a
there.
fly.
A fly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes,
Oh.
veneers, everywhere, man.
So, having worked on a few horror books, one of the things I've found difficult to do with comics is getting the horror across. It's easy to do with a movie because you've got music, you've got all that kind of stuff going for you, and with a novel, it's fine. But with a comic, you've got this added problem of people like glancing ahead and things like that, and bringing in shocks and. Have you considered that at all? Have you thought about that?
Good question. Take it away, Clint.
Okay. Okay, I didn't know if Narwhal was going to answer.
I just wonder because I find horror one of the hardest things, unless you go gore and body horror and stuff.
Right.
It's one of the hardest things to get across in a comic.
I put a lot of research into how to do horror and then how to do horror in comics. And it was super fun to attempt to do, but it was very difficult for those exact reasons. You can see ahead, so it's like, what do you have to work with? You have a page turn you can work with, but then there's also, I kind of got thinking about Dracula and some of the tools that we take for granted right now, which is like Dracula has no reflection. What's up with the coffin? Like, what's up? There's just these little things that right now we're so used to being part of vampire lore, but at the time it was like oddities that were just present, and like these strange kind of things. And that's where you get into the psychological horror elements. So I had some fun playing with some of those aspects that I think you can do in comics really well, where you're not going to jump scare someone. You're going to weird them out and try to like make someone feel unsettled and waiting for that payoff to happen.
Cool. I read a little Junji Ito, and he does horror really good. And I think one thing he does is like playing with, it's almost like Uncanny Valley, just the way he'll draw faces. If he'll draw the eyes slightly too far apart or something, and the pupils looking slightly not straight ahead, and stuff like that kind of is a trick to kind of convey it on the page. But yeah, for me too, with Nosferatu, I think I kind of had to relax a little bit and know that I'm not going to scare anyone necessarily, but if I can just get a cool mood. But it's weird, the mood you get is like, it's almost like calming. If you're like in the middle of a horror story and you're not scared, then it's like oddly comforting. I think that's one reason people like horror movies in some ways.
There's this like dread of the inevitable, and because I've read your Nosferatu, but it's like, and I think that's again like the psychological horror element of like, this could end very badly, or it's going to end very badly. So like, just sit back and experience it, sort of thing.
It's, I mean, I'm trying to, with the Jack the Ripper book, I'm trying to get creepy across, trying to unnerve people a little bit, unsettling kind of, like the lead vampire, the Highgate vampire is. I've been trying to draw him so that he doesn't look like a person who's become a vampire. He looks like a different kind of creature altogether, like a different species. So his eyes are just slightly off, tweaked a certain way, and the lips are kind of, because in the story he's been around for so long, he needs to kind of go and chill, go and rest and recuperate, because he tries to go out on the streets and it's just like, what the fuck is that? And everyone's terrified, and he can't get any victims or whatever. So the prologue of the book is like set 50 years before, so he looks one way there, and everyone's seen those pictures. But how he looks at the end of the book, pretty messed up.
Cool.
The lips are gone, all that kind of stuff. The ears are just it's turning into something completely alien.
That's cool.
Yeah, that makes me think too that I was just talking about this, but comics, better than most other mediums, they actually can allow, especially in horror, they can allow for the audience to be confused. Like sometimes people just don't know exactly what's going on, and it works, especially in horror. But like that happened to me when I was reading. The best example I can think of is like Arkham Asylum by Grant Morrison, where I just remember not really knowing what's going on, but still I'm turning the page, and that feeling of not knowing what's going on actually boosted it rather than took away from it. And comics are one of the only mediums that can kind of do that. If that happened in a movie, you'd be like, "Fuck this, I'm turning it off."
Yeah, done that recently.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of shark movies. Crystal doesn't like them so much, I don't think. But so I watched. There's a new one. Alicia Silverstone
Dude,
making a
I was
comeback.
looking at that the other day. I was contemplating whether to get it or not.
It has
Is it
zero redeeming features whatsoever.
Oh.
It's the biggest pile of non-movie
That's why I
I've
wasn't
ever
sure. Seen. I was on the fence, dude. That's sad.
Yeah, I mean, as filmmaking goes, there's like a 15-minute phone call with a mother, unedited.
No,
it gives nothing to the story. It's like, and she's trying to act, and let's face it, she was never known for her acting.
The mother
skills,
or
really.
Silverstone?
Oh, Silverstone.
Probably both. Oh,
probably.
She's like 50 now.
Yes, she is. She is indeed. It's
and she's made a comeback out of nowhere too, like in indie films.
Oh,
yeah. Especially indie horror ones. I've seen her pop up quite a bit.
Oh, really?
It's very fascinating. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she can't act to save her life. So, it's weird. It's a weird movie. Don't reckon. I was talking to someone on Twitter earlier on, and they're like, "Oh, I love movies that are so bad that they're good." It's like, no, no, it's not.
Like, how does the shark look? That's the big thing that we're waiting for. Like, is it just CGI mush?
It's they're real sharks, but they're supposed to be great white sharks, and they're not. They're clearly thresher sharks or something really tiny. You just see a little fin and a head pop up, and
that's like aquarium sharks. What is that?
yeah. That's exactly. You kind of just want to pat them on the head.
It's so cute.
I mean, I don't care about spoiling the movie for people. Look, they're on holiday in Vietnam. The first 30 minutes of the movie you could just cut off and you wouldn't mind. It'd be no different. But they're staying in a floating hotel suite. So it's like on bamboo and it's just floating in the water, and it's got a flat bottom. There's no like kind of, I don't know what you call it, the bit that goes under the water that boats have.
Anchor?
Yeah, there's nothing like, well, I think there's an anchor, but there's nothing that'd stop it from like tipping and wobbling. And then there's a tsunami, of course. But the whole building kind of just floats out to sea. It's only like their apartment, but it floats out to sea and doesn't tip over or anything. It's fine. By the end of the movie, they're clinging to one little piece, obviously, because I don't know, Titanic or something. And then, like the tiniest little thresher shark you've seen in your life comes swimming across and cuts it in half with its fin. And then, and they're trying to act. They really are trying to act and be like, "Oh no, whatever." No, garbage, utter garbage. Do not recommend. Shark movies are kind of few and far between that are any good, anyway. So,
Deep Blue Sea.
See, people bitch about that, but I like it.
I like that one, yeah.
I like Deep Blue Sea, and I like Jaws. I like not The Reef, the one with Ryan Reynolds' wife.
Blake Lively. Yeah, I saw that one.
The one with it.
What was that one called?
I was okay until the end where she skewered it with a massive thing that was just stupid. But I kind of dug that, cutting herself on coral and stuff. It was quite, I hate that shit. Love horror movies, but like things that look real that could actually happen kind of freak me a little bit.
Mm.
You know, I don't want to see someone's leg with all the veins and bones and crap. That's just wrong. Especially on a pretty lady.
Have you seen Lamb?
Yes, that was
Not
great.
yet. Not yet.
I felt
haven't-
like the end needed finished for sure. Like the budget
Okay.
ran out. And then I looked online, and that's pretty much exactly what happened. Because
Okay.
it just felt very weird, the ending.
That happens a lot.
I haven't seen it, but just the trailer content, I was thinking about it like rational. You know, I'm trying to like rationalize this trailer, and it's so unsettling, even though all you see
It's
are
creepy.
lambs. Yeah, it's so creepy, but the imagery is just, I think, Narwhal, like you're saying, Uncanny Valley, where there's a lamb, but then you also see it's like shaped like a human. You know, it's just like that little bit
And it
is
gets
like
worse, dude. It gets worse.
Yeah, I've heard it's disturbing, but
Very.
yeah.
Yeah,
especially the ending. There's someone that pops up, and it's very disturbing combo. But yeah.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of movies that I've got stored up ready to watch. But it's, I don't know, I've got lamb, I've got pig, I've got antlers, and I think one's called wolf or something, or a werewolf, or I don't know.
It's just wolf, yeah, if it's the new one.
Yeah, the new one, yeah. Which
Or
I'm
they
led to
think
believe.
One-word animal names.
Yeah.
Pig,
Yeah.
wolf, lamb.
That's the
This
new
is it.
trend.
It's the new trend. I'm waiting for rabbit and I don't know.
Deer.
Hamster.
Stoat. Hamster. Oh, gee, yeah. Hamster starring Richard Gere. I'd be down for that. So, yeah.
Capybara.
Capybara. They're cute. They're cool. They're kind of like just big guinea pigs.
Friendliest animals, right? In the animal kingdom.
Yeah, they're the most chill or whatever.
But it's really part of their plan. Like it's just this big long con. Yeah.
See, that's the plot of the movie.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be they're I don't know, just seducing everybody, all creatures.
Yeah. That's like the end of Hitchhiker's Guide, where the dolphins leave and they go, "So long and thanks for all the fish."
Yeah. Dolphins are the assholes of the sea. As far as I'm led to believe, that's what Mandy always tells me anyway. I don't know what the evidence is about that.
She's got a bone to pick with dolphins.
Personal encounter.
Possible. I wouldn't like to comment on that. Not that I know anything. It's just, no.
Yeah.
Let's have a little look at these books. These books, what you are making. The links to get onto the mailing list are in the description.
Oh, thanks.
No, thank you.
And now let me. Oh God, share. See, they've added too many options now to StreamYard. It's like share screen, share video, slides. No, just give me that. Let's go with that one.
It's right above share your bank account information, I think.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Nosferatu by the Narwhal. Not a lot there, Nar. Come on, give us something.
I'll share my screen. Let me see.
Oh, yeah. That would be cool.
So there's a gallery at the end of the book, and I've just been commissioning artists to do like Nosferatu pinups. One thing that's kind of funny is everyone picked the same pose. Like that story has like the most iconic pose is, a woman in front of the mirror with the vampire behind her. And so everyone kind of drew that. But I think this is going to be the cover of my version, and then there'll be a soft cover version with Alejandro Mirabel's. Here's my favorite pinup. Let me see. Here's Alejandro's cover.
Cool.
Oh,
yeah,
sweet.
So that'll be an actual cover for the book, and then there'll be a hardcover version with my cover, which is that one. This is the more artsy fartsy cover,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's our boy. I forget this guy's name right now, but he does a ton of art for the CG and Alterna and stuff.
Oh yeah, is that Christian Rossi?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
it
the
is
name I was
Christian
Okay, I was
trying
gonna
to
say
think
it looks like Christian's work. Or cool.
Yeah, that's Christian Rossi. Yeah.
of. That's cool. That I've seen that one. Yeah. That.
Yeah. There's one I did. There's one. Yeah. So this is kind of like the style of the book is like my style, you know, it kind of looks like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your style suits it really well, especially like Nosferatu himself. It's creepy. It's creepy as
Yeah,
hell.
I had fun designing him and drawing him. That was one reason I wanted to do the book. Is it started as like I don't know if I had it was like a side project where I was like it'd be fun to do something where I don't actually write anything. I'm like, well, maybe I could adapt a silent film, and so that's kind of what I started to do. And the thing that came out of it, I changed a few things, so it was fun, just like the little things, and it's fun to design it and think about it. But it was the thing I noticed that I kind of enjoy about it too is it still feels pretty narwhal-y, even though it's a pretty direct adaptation of the book or of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie, it has weird structure, like which I really like. Like it fits good with a comic. It's not a regular story structure that you'd think. It kind of switches main characters halfway through and stuff like that. So
plus you've got, I mean, you had to do it now because it's the 100th anniversary. So
yeah,
years,
the timing is perfect.
Yeah. Did that factor in to making you decide?
I knew that was approaching, and then it ended up timing out pretty good because I think I finished all the art for Nosferatu maybe like a few months ago, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna release it in 2022.
Good, fantastic, man. Yeah. I'm really, really looking forward to it. When you first kind of hinted that you were going to do it, I was like, yes.
Thanks. Yeah, and if it's successful, I was like, I want to do another. I kind of like some of these things that are just adaptations, and I don't have all my time I can put into them, but I'm like, maybe I could do another one. I was like, maybe another silent film, or maybe like a Shakespeare thing. Or some fairy tales or something.
I mean, you could do like the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. That's a great. Or another. I mean, there's the movie that got lost, but the script is all there. You can read it online, and there's a few images. The London After Midnight, which is
cool.
it's one of Lon Chaney's movies, and it was just lost. It is really completely lost. You'll find YouTube videos saying we've got it restored. No, they haven't. They've got a few stills from the movie and maybe like 10-second clip that still exists. But that was kind of one that I was thinking to do that, but I ain't got time to do that.
It'd be interesting to see what's the one where they fly to the moon with the rocket and the moon goes in the moon. The rocket goes in his eye.
Rocket to the moon, yeah.
Your rocket super short. But I would actually be interested if you like expounded on that or something. I don't know. It seems like there could be some interesting stuff there. Iconic imagery too.
Yeah, that's cool.
There's a Jules Verne book called First Men on the Moon or Journey to the Moon or something like that. And they basically go to the moon and it's like there's atmosphere and there's weather and there's weird creatures and stuff. It's just complete, Victorian style sci-fi, and that'd be a good one because some crazy creatures and shit in there that I think you could draw the crap out of.
The public domain stuff is really fun, and like Peter Simeti's told me that it's not that viable sometimes. Like he's dabbled and it hasn't been successful, but it's always still like a little itch I want to scratch, or it feels fun. And I think Winnie the Pooh just entered the public domain.
It did.
Yeah.
He did. It's adorable.
Yeah.
So like
someone asked him, they go, so Winnie the Pooh, are you going to be weird now? And Winnie the Pooh's like, that remains to be seen.
So long as you don't draw him with the red t-shirt on, you're fine.
Yeah.
He could have a blue t-shirt.
I think Disney would still be dicks about that. Yeah, it's Disney.
They can try, but it's a different color.
The New Adventures of Eeyore, do that. And I don't think you can have Tigger bouncing on his tail. That's not allowed. I think that was a Disney creation.
That is, yeah.
Very possibly, yeah.
But Narwhal, with your sort of adapting a silent film, how'd you go about that? with your comic? Like, are you gonna have text bubbles, or is it just like emojis? Like, what are you doing with that?
Yeah, I just turned like the text in the silent film. It's like, what do they call it? But it's a whole screen, you know?
Intertitles. Yeah.
Yeah. I just turned those into word bubbles. And I think it mentions, but it's kind of like a mixtape because I watched the Nosferatu version by Werner Herzog in the 70s, and that was not a silent film. And then I read the book, the Dracula book. And so between all that, I kind of mixed and matched just the stuff I liked. And kind of kept, just kept what I liked and took the best of all of them or whatever. But
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was actually, was it Bram Stoker's estate sued the makers of Nosferatu? Yeah, they sued them originally, but then there was a different cut, wasn't there, that existed?
Yeah. And they tried to burn it all or whatever, but only a few made it out. And because he did like kind of just steal it, it's lucky for us now that it's still around because it's like pretty much the same plot, but obviously he changed the monster. Looks way more German weird, which is kind of fun and iconic.
Yeah.
When it was translated and over to like other European countries, I think a couple of them made the mistake of actually using the Dracula names. In their cut, so that caused even more. It's bizarre. It's a very bizarre story.
Yeah, and there's a part in the book that was kind of fun too to know, just for the research aspect of it, I guess. But Dracula in the book, when Jonathan Harker first meets him, he's like, Dracula's like really friendly and well spoken. He's just like, Jonathan, my friend, how's my English? Blah blah blah. We can And he's like talking a lot, and there's actually a lot of tension with that because of just how much of a liar he is. You realize because he's so friendly to Jonathan, but meanwhile, Jonathan can't leave the castle and all this stuff. And so I put a little bit of that in the comic that's not in the silent film, where the way Nosferatu talks, he talks pretty friendly, even though he's not or whatever,
There's apparently as well one of the actresses in her, I don't know if she wrote a book or did an interview at some point like years ago. There's an entire scene still missing from Nosferatu, the movie, where he chases her along the beach. It's like kind of that, that German expressionism thing they always do in those movies, where it's like a windswept beach and all that stuff's going on. Nosferatu's kind of he's chasing her along the beach. So she recalls filming all that, but it wasn't in the script and it's not in the movie. So who knows?
Yeah,
maybe the script that's out there is an edited version.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's cool. I would add that if I would have known. That's cool.
Yeah, to be honest, I only found that out today. I was looking at stuff because you have to do a little bit of research on these things.
Yeah. Yeah, the Werner Herzog version has like a beach in it, and that one was weird. I oddly I really like that movie, and the silent film's good too. Like for a silent film, it's like totally watchable. One of the better silent films. I haven't seen a bunch of them, but seen it. It's kind of my favorite silent film probably. But the Werner Herzog one, it's kind of slow, but it's really good.
Let's hop across now to Dracula. Clint, Dracula, share. No, don't do that. Stupid. There we go.
Nice.
There we go.
There it is. There's also not much here, but I showed you behind the scenes, Peter. I could probably show that too. That would be a first exclusive to show that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Because that was cool. That was very cool.
I'll share the screen. Donald's been working super hard on this. I mean, I have too. But Donald is really in art mode right now. This is from Kelsey Shannon, and he approached me and he's like, "Hey, you want me to do a cover for you?" It's like, I didn't think you'd had time to do a cover. He's so busy. So he's like, "Oh, I already have covers lined up." And he's like, "Well, let me do a trading card for you then." Okay. So it comes back with this, and he said it was American Psycho inspired. and
Yeah.
yeah. So it looks great, clearly, but yeah, no, I'm like, oh, maybe I do make this a cover. Then it's just so cool. Yeah, he did a really good job with this, and that's one thing.
Just that pose is awesome. It's
Yeah. One thing you pointed out too is that the Dracula's eye is in the direct center of the image. I don't know that that's important, but it is unsettling that he's looking directly at you.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
That's probably important in some art theory way.
Yeah,
or something.
It could be. Yeah, very well could be. But yeah, it's been fun. The thing that's interesting about Dracula that I've learned to embrace is that everybody has ideas of what they would do with Dracula. I had so many people saying, "Oh, you should make Dracula like this. You should make Dracula like that." And at first, it was kind of intimidating because it's like not my own character, you know. But that's why, I just had to embrace it. Like everybody, Dracula is such an iconic character. Everybody likes to, you know, imagine about him, play, you know, with that IP. And so this is just one take of many possibilities, but it is mine. So that's what makes it fun.
It's got to be a little bit daunting with it being such a beloved character. I mean, you know, he's the he's been the most appearances in pop culture and movies. He's hands down. People say it's Sherlock Holmes, but it's not. Dracula whoops Sherlock Holmes completely.
Yeah. It really is amazing when you think about it. Like all the different Dracula takes on Dracula have been done. So, but yeah, super fun to work on. Obviously, I'm still working on it with Donald, but yeah, we have I think a fun story, and I really leaned into let's try and make this a psychological horror and have that sense of dread. So yeah, I'm looking forward to people reading it. I think it'll be super fun.
Cool.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be good. From what I've seen, yeah. Especially that image is awesome.
Yeah, it's great. Very different. It's black and white interior pages, but Donald has such a cartoony, very stylized style and approach, and so he on this one tried a different style even that he would normally do, and so it was kind of fun to see him just play with the really, you know, dark blacks. Obviously, we've got gray tone as well, halftone patterns, which has been really fun too, to sort of just like, this is what you do with black and white. So
yeah, I found it's all about the shadows. I was kind of a bit tentative with it at first, but now towards the end of the book now, it's like, just some stark shadows in there. It's good. It's good. Gets more and more moody.
Yeah, that banner art is really intriguing and good. It like pitches the story well.
Yeah, you got the all his wives behind him, which is one of the things from, you know, the original Dracula. There are definitely a lot of things that are from Dracula, sort of nods to the original. I added things that you're not going to see for those elements of dread, you know, things like that. But yeah, all his wives here are wearing, they're at a party wearing these bat masks that are kind of cult-like. And that's sort of, this is basically John Harker. First thing he sees once he steps over the threshold, and it gets weird.
Eyes wide shut style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's looking great, man. And it's I was wondering whether, when you first said you were doing it, whether you were going to go for just an adaptation or you were going to do your own thing. And I'm glad you've gone your own way.
Yeah.
There's already a million books out there that do the exact story.
Right. You know, look like Mike Mignola's. It's like he already did the, you know, basically retelling of it. So I don't know. I don't want to just do the same thing. So yeah.
It's like when we were deciding on what book to do, and we've ended up doing Jack the Ripper. But I was so close to wanting to do Frankenstein. Really, really close. But then it's like, Bernie Wrightson done that already. Yeah. And you can't do better than he did. So it's like, I kind of thought it'd be a bit egotistical to try and to say, Luke, here's mine.
Right.
No.
Yeah, it's a hard place to be like working on existing characters for sure. It's intimidating. I had to just I just had to get over it. Like, people do it all the time. Everybody's doing stuff, but then it's also, well, what am I bringing to it? Like, what angle am I taking that no one else is gonna do? That makes it worth doing. So it definitely took me some time. People have been bugging me for years to do a Dracula.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I had to have the right story concept.
And it can be a tricky thing as well, because there's movies out there that are like the other day I was looking. I felt like watching Frankenstein, so I watched the Universal one, and then I was looking for another one, and I found one, and I started watching it, and it was Frankenstein, but set in modern day LA. Oh my word!
That sounds wild.
It was horrible. It was horrible. Frankenstein wandering around in sort of LA streets and in broad daylight. It's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
He a chai latte as well?
I didn't get all the way through it, to be honest. Very possibly. It wouldn't surprise me if he was sitting there with his little bubble tea or some crap. It was, it never pans out well. Especially especially with movies, and when they haven't got the budget to do it properly, it's like, oh,
yeah.
That's not to say some indie movies can't be good, but don't bite off more than you can chew.
Yeah. You got to pick your battles.
Yeah.
Budget stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was with this, you're kind of leaning into the Dracula kind of mythos as well, so that's good.
Oh yeah, tons of nods to the original, to the book. So I had so many too that I had to kind of narrow it down, because I was like, I got them being chased by a pack of dogs on the way to the castle, and like all of these things that are in the book that were just interesting omens. But yeah, I couldn't put everything in there. So.
It's a long ass book as well. Yeah. Dracula. There's a lot of stuff in there that you just. I'm not saying it's filler, because it's a fantastic book, but there's a lot of stuff in there that doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
But it was the first one, so fair enough.
Yeah, started something. Yeah.
It certainly did. Yeah, it started something that's still going on. Yeah. Right. Let me. Whoop. The links to both of those, if you want to get on the mailing list, both of these books are in the description, and if you scroll up in the chat, they're there as well somewhere. Let me bring up, because what we like to do is have a little look at the news and stuff, or what's going on with horror movies. And with you guys being on, I thought we could have a little look at. Come on, this never goes smoothly. And I always end up.
I actually have to get going. But
that's fine, man. That's fine, man. Yeah.
But I do appreciate you having me on. Great to talk to you, and congrats on the Jack the Ripper book. It's doing fantastic.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, a couple of weeks left on that one. The link for that's in the description as well.
Very cool.
Just in case, on the random off chance that someone hasn't got it. Cool. Yeah. See you, man. Thank you.
Later.
I thought we'd have a little look at. I mean, I don't know. These are upcoming vampire movies for this year. Well, this year and next year, as far as I know. It seems vampires are getting really popular again. It goes in cycles with these things.
Yeah. I remember when they weren't popular. I think it kind of changed because of Twilight, I guess. And they've been popular for a while now.
Yeah, I mean, I still maintain that the thing that spawned Twilight was The Lost Boys.
Oh yeah.
That's when the kind of hip, sexy kind of vampire thing, the teen vampire kind of thing, started.
Stephanie Meyer probably grew up on that.
Yeah.
There's a cool vampire movie. Oh, what's it called? It's like it came out the same time as The Lost Boys, but it's lesser known. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's
would it be? Oh, good God!
I know it's directed by Catherine Bigelow. I'll Google it and see.
Oh, Dark. Yeah.
Dark.
Yeah, Near Dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie's cool. That movie's like that's a vampire romance one, kind of like almost no story, really, real simple. But there's one set piece in it where they like go into a bar, and they're just being crazy, and I think they end up killing everyone in the bar.
They
And
do.
that scene's really memorable. Yeah.
Is that the one where they're traveling around in the truck, or is that a different one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And all the windows are blacked out, and weird. Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of remakes coming as well this year. Remakes of vampire stuff. All the Moons, don't know what that is. There's a ton of things on here that I've never heard of. We're getting a remake of Blackula.
No.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be.
Well, I mean, the premise is Blackula is an ancient African prince who was cursed by Dracula after he fails to agree to end the slave trade. So Dracula's running the slave trade.
That's how he has those full pockets, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's going to be a comedy, but I don't know. They're talking about the slave trade.
So. That could still be in a comedy setting. I mean, there's Blazing Saddles. You know what I mean?
In current year, could it be a thing? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird to call it Blackula and have it be like a Spielbergian, like pouring of the spirit or whatever.
Good God. It's either going to be fantastic or it depends. It depends who's making it and what the budget is. I think, really. I don't know.
Look at that too. They're doing a reboot and a sequel at the same time for Blade.
Yeah. Reboot of Blade and the sequel to Blade. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I know they've said a few things about it already and who's in it and whatever, but I haven't really been following it. Don't really care too much about Blade. It's cool, and the original movies were cool, but we'll see. No plot for Blade 4, but we should find out soon. Blood Red, don't know. 1920s Siberia, British and American Marines fight alongside the White Cossacks during the Russian Revolution with vampires. Okay. I mean, a lot of these are going to be like really low budget vampire movies. Blood Wars and Bloodlust sound cheap and nasty. Don't know why.
Because they are. They will be.
Yeah. Oh, look, Blood Wars. The story is about vampires who have control over the world and humans are now their slaves. That's never been done. Bloodlust, a documentary television producer, she investigates her sister's disappearance. Vampires in LA. Okay. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah.
No, the one with Black Buffy.
Yeah. That's the one.
Yikes. Yeah.
Live action version of Castlevania. Don't know. Damnation. That sounds like sci-fi, made for TV sci-fi thing. Darksiders. Isn't that a video game?
It is.
But I don't think this one's based on it. I think they've just decided, meh.
This is a totally different plot.
Yeah. Day Shift, blue-collar dad just wants to provide a good life for his quick-witted 8-year-old daughter. Blah, 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 blah. So he starts... Okay. So he's a pool cleaner, but he's secretly a vampire slayer. Okay. Could work. Another Dracula movie. Again, Eat Locals. They've already made one of those, so I'm guessing this is like a sequel. British vampires gather once every 50 years for a party. Yeah, I have nothing to say about half these things. Hang on,
some of these titles are so bad.
Fanged Up.
That it's laughable.
Fanged Up.
Yeah, that. Okay, I don't know.
Who's the guy who did The Lighthouse? You guys know him?
Robert Eggers?
Yeah. Robert Eggers has been trying to do a remake of Nosferatu for a while, But it's I don't know if he's even gonna do it, like, because maybe he can't get funding because it's too artsy fartsy. But he's been wanting to, and I always thought that would be cool if his version of Nosferatu comes out.
Yeah. He definitely gets the aesthetic. Definitely. Yeah. There's a good, the bad, and the undead. Oh dear. Harker. Scotland Yard detective named Jonathan Harker, who's tracking Dracula. Okay. There's not a lot of thought that goes into some of these things. You know, it's kind of
They slap a label on it.
Helsing. So that's a live. Is that going to be a live action version of the anime? Okay.
Yep.
That'll be Netflix. High Midnight, Cowboys and Vampires. A sheriff who's forced to team up with a successful Victorian vampire hunter in order to stop undead in a New Mexican frontier town. If that was London, I would sue those bastards because that's my fucking comic. God damn you! I Am Legend 2. I Am Legion. Spec Ops and Resistance fighters fighting Nazis that are using a young vampire child to spawn an unstoppable army of evil. Okay. Interview with the Vampire, the remake.
It'll be awful, guys.
Of course it will. Yeah.
They're gonna add so much just social justice nonsense. You won't enjoy it.
No. Last Blood. So vampires team up with humans to fight zombies. I shake my head. Morbius. Now that looks cool. That looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
If it ever comes out, dude. They keep pushing it back. We'll see. I don't think they can push any more past April. But
I think they've spent enough on it to they've got to do it, haven't they? It looks good. I like Jared Leto looks cool in it. So look, there we go. There's a Nosferatu remake.
Oh yeah.
Two of them. There's two coming this year. Oh no, yeah. See, the second one sounds interesting to me. So they're remaking the movie, but they're using the backgrounds from the original movie, colorizing and messing with the scenery. How that's going to work, I don't know. Why? It's interesting, but does it need doing? If you've got the original, I don't know how they're going to do it. If they're going to use Face App to put people's faces into it, I don't know. Wouldn't surprise me. Oh my God. Peter's a werewolf whose pack is a crew of hot-headed financial traders responsible for Italy's current economic crisis. What?
Why?
Maggie is a vampire whose family is formerly wealthy and aristocratic, blah, 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 blah. So
is this a soap opera?
I don't know. It's West Side Story or Romeo and Juliet, but with vampires and werewolves.
Vampires. Oh.
Hasn't that been done? Isn't that kind of? I don't know. Who cares about the economic crisis in Italy? It's whatever. I'm sorry. Apologise to any Italians out there. Redwood Renfield. Now that's going to be cool. We know that's going to be cool because isn't this the one with Nick Cage? Yeah. Isn't that Renfield?
Cool. Yeah, that one sounds a little bit more intriguing.
Yeah, Nick Cage playing Dracula. It seems to have people split as well. I'm a huge fan of Nick Cage. I think he's fantastic. So
he'll do great, I'm sure.
Yeah. Plus, with the makeup and stuff, he's going to look just like Christopher Lee, but slightly crazier. Salem's Lot's getting a remake. Yeah, I'm aware of this. Doesn't need doing. God, how many vampire movies? Oh, The Hunger. See, that's a classic vampire movie, and they're remaking that.
The Last Vampire Princess.
Oh dear.
Just why?
I don't know. Last Boys, did we do the Lost Boys? Yeah, Lost Boys remake. Is it a remake or it is a remake, isn't it? Yeah, it's not a sequel.
From what they're saying, I believe it's a remake. Yeah, it'll be a terrible one.
Again, doesn't need doing.
Peter and Crystal, I have one more stream I got to do tonight too, so I got.
Oh, dude, no, that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah, but thanks for having me. Thanks for the invite, because I forget to like invite myself. I don't stream so much, so I really appreciate it when people invite me, because I pretty much always say yes because I like streaming. So I'll do it again sometime too if you guys are free.
Yeah, man, come back when the book launches. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, you guys have a good night. I'll catch you later.
Cool. See
Later.
No, these all look like garbage. Mostly.
They are. Vampires versus leprechauns.
Leprechauns.
No,
yeah.
No.
So the leprechauns are joining forces with the humans to fight the vampires.
Whoa.
And Vampire Summer Camp, no. No. Just don't. Right, I've got something interesting to look at here. Please tell me I saved it. God damn it. Oh, I did. I did save the link. There we go. So the Fangoria Awards are coming up. Which is, and I did go to the Fangoria site so we could show that, but it kind of doxed all my fucking shit. It just kept showing all my email addresses and logins. It's like, no, we don't want to do that.
Dude.
Yeah, weird. I mean, I suppose if you're just looking at the website on your own, that's fine. But no, didn't want to share that. So, I want to know what you think of these. Best wide release movie.
Wait a minute, dude. Why?
There you go.
I didn't really, to be honest, I didn't really care for any of these. Last Night in Soho had potential, but they didn't execute.
Yeah.
And then the plot twist after plot twist was just
still not
predictable. It was very predictable, to say the least.
I've been dragging my heels to watch it because of what you said.
There's some really fantastic cinematography. Like there's this scene where they're dancing in the trailer and they're switching around and you're seeing people's reflections in mirrors and it's like, wow, how'd they do that? But then there's just really dumb story decisions. And then it's at least 2 to 3 plot twists within the film. One is slightly clever, the other 2 not so much.
Now, what did you think of Malignant? I didn't like it.
No, it was a little too campy for me in a bad way.
It just looked weird with the face on the back of the head. I think that was it did look dumb. It looked really, really.
I just couldn't stop laughing too. And I mean, I've seen some images of conjoined twins that looks absolutely disturbing, but this was just goofy.
Just the parting the hair and the faces in the back, and then all the limbs
and it's just not even possible. That head would be just non-functional. It would just be there. I don't know. But they tried to do a possession angle sort of to fix that, but it still didn't make it any better. Candyman was terrible.
Awful. Yeah, completely agree. No. And that's up for an Oscar as well for the soundtrack. It's like, what? I can't even remember the soundtrack.
That's what I was going to say.
Quiet Place
Now,
Part
what
2
was nice in Candyman was those cut out puppets.
Oh, the shadow. Yeah,
that was fantastic. I was cut that together as a whole film, and I'll watch it.
Yeah. That would be cool. Yeah.
That's such craftsmanship. I was like, dude.
I can't remember what the Night House is.
That was with the one chick where her husband offs himself, and then he has this house, and it's built backwards or in reverse, and there's all sorts of stuff going on. It was meh.
Quiet Place Part 2. I enjoyed the first one. This one, there was, for a movie called The Quiet Place, there was a lot of noise.
Now, the first like 5 minutes that connected, that kind of was like a flashback.
Yeah,
that was nice. I was like, okay, here we go, and then it goes downhill after that. Dude.
the
After
addition of a
that sequence,
the addition of
they
a
should have
soundtrack
just
as well.
made a full film where it was like the creatures taking over. I would have been down for that, and then if you wanted to go back and continue the story in the third film, I would have been like, okay, because seeing the creatures just totally wreck the city and people freaking out was nice.
Yeah,
I feel like there is some story to tell there, whereas this was just like a fetch quest, the movie.
it kind of, for me as well, it kind of went a little bit too Walking Deadish, the elements of that in there. But yeah, I mean, that is like the wide release movies, so limited release movies. Oh, God, Werewolves Within. No. No. In the Earth. Have I seen that? I've got a feeling I've either seen it or I've got it queued
I
up to
saw
watch.
it was just meh.
Yeah, Psycho Gorman, loved it.
Don't
care.
good. Yeah,
fantastic movie. Don't know what the other ones are. Oh, Hurt. I think I know what that is. That it's for me there. Psycho Gorman definitely wins completely. And I see a lot of people on Twitter and whatever kind of like singing the praises of Werewolves Within, and it's like, no, it's
well,
not really.
sometimes people like they get something that's kind of like a murder mystery, and it's okay, and then they're really excited because they haven't had one in a while, and they almost overhype it. I think that's what happens.
Hi at midnight. What the time, Pete? The time here is 10 minutes, 11 minutes past 1 in the morning, which is early for me on a stream. Normally, I'm streaming at like 4 a.m. and stuff. Cause best first feature. Ooh. Have you seen Censor? I like Censor.
I have not seen that one yet.
It's a British movie, and it's about like the censorship board, the Department of Censorship, which is a thing. It's a thing everywhere, The people who do the ratings for movies and tell you what to cut out, that crap. And it's all to do with like a movie that was made and whether or not stuff in it was real or not, and it involves one of the censors, like family members, and it's interesting. It's interesting. But I can't say any more about it because you need to watch it because it's good. Saint Maud, sorry, My Heart Can't Beat Unless You Tell It To. I've seen that about. I've heard people say it's good, but then again, people say Werewolves Within is good and Candyman is good.
I can't trust anyone.
No. Saint Maud was weird. No, I enjoyed that. The Stylist, don't know. The Vigil. I'm terrible at remembering.
The Stylist was very, very limited in release, like extremely. Because I believe it started off as a short film. And from there, they created the feature.
Right.
And it was okay. I mean, the budget, they didn't have a lot to work with, but the story that they're trying to put out there was good.
What was the one? Was it Lights Out? Lights Out? That's another one that it was like a short YouTube kind of movie. Well, not even a movie. I think it was only like 4 minutes long or something crazy. But they made an entire movie out of that. But for me, the short YouTube version was better. It was still good, like the full movie. But
it's the suspense and the build up, and then it's just perfectly timed. The film, the issue that with the film is that they brought in all these younger actors, and they're like,
Mhm.
you have the mom, you have the mom's daughter, like the son, and then you have the daughter's boyfriend. It's just like that's not what made the short good, right?
Mhm.
Like you have
Mhm.
a middle-aged woman who's like at home, presumably alone. She's flipping the lights on and off, and there's something creepy. Like that's what you're there for.
Yeah.
But you're
Yeah.
not there for like just drama, like family drama. That's that's
No. Yeah.
you didn't
Exactly.
sign up for that. You signed up for like middle-aged woman home alone, like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
unable to defend herself. Yeah.
Uh, I'm kind of lost on most of these, apart from Fear Street, which was
Oof.
eh, eh.
Yeah. It went up and down. Some of the kills were like brutal, but then
Oh,
they were so soft in other spots, and I was like, I don't know about this. This is a tone issue.
one of the kills of the year has to be the bread slicing machine. That was gross and awesome.
They
Pretty
had
sure it
like
wouldn't.
a during the camp episode, there's like a kill with an axe that's pretty like sweet and sick.
Mm, mm. Best foreign language. Ooh. Do you know what?
Lamb and Titan.
See, Titan, I liked it the first time I saw it, and then I watched it again, and it's like, this is a little bit too art house. Little bit. I don't know. It's still not seen Lamb, and I don't know about the others. Queen of Black Magic. I think that's is it Korean movie or something? I know it's on Amazon Prime, on Shudder, I think. We'll see. Best series.
Wait, why do they have brand new cherry for? Why? Dude.
I don't know. I've seen that. Where is that?
It's on Net. In the
Oh, it's on
US, it's
Netflix.
on Netflix. Yeah.
I can't remember where I've seen
That
it.
was
It wouldn't have been
so
Netflix.
meh.
Was it? Oh well, won't watch that then. Chucky. I didn't see Chucky, the series, because I don't know. Just didn't. It never works when they make a series of a movie. Do you know what I mean? Not for me anyway. Well, rarely works.
This one was a little better, but my issue is that it just didn't interest me. It's like they have a ton of what is like 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
And they're going into like 14-year-olds like sexuality and all this other stuff, and I'm like, dude, that's not like what I'm here for. I'm here to see people get stabbed. I'm not here to see like kids dealing with the normal stuff. Like that just doesn't interest me. And then some characters that you're waiting for don't show up till later, but they're literally in all of the promo stuff.
Same with I Know What You Did Last Summer. That was just
and they
garbage.
Like this whole season, if you look at it, from my opinion, it's like they were all everything was leading up to hopefully next season them having like Chucky's son, like Glenda, whatever, like to have that character in the series. Like they just kept dropping hints, and I'm like, okay, that's that's nice, but like it was just so obvious and very weird. And I like, was that character even popular? Like, I don't know. Was that a popular thing, guys? I really don't know.
They kind of did the same with Halloween, didn't they? You know, all these characters that are like, you were in it for like 5 seconds before.
Yeah.
And then, no. Best lead performance. I'm always going to vote for Barbara Crampton. I don't care. I'm biased. I like Barbara Crampton. She's been in some awesome movies. Just trying to think. No, I'll stick with Barbara Crampton. Anything for you or not? Really?
Not really. Like the Saint Maud chick, she's really working it. The Clark chick. So it may be there, but the chick from Titan was definitely working it in a different way.
Holy, yeah.
Like performance-wise, that was just like quite the heavy performance. So that's tough.
God, when she smashed her face on the sink.
Dude, that was so like
that was
you just want to look away for a minute.
That was just not needed at all.
Yeah, so I'd say one of them too, for sure.
The kill where she's got the bar stool thing and just like sticks to the dude and then sits on it, and there's a crunch when she sits on the stool. Yeah, you see, look, if I wasn't being biased with Barbara Crampton, I would probably go with her as well. But yeah, best supporting performance. Don't know really.
That kid from Antlers was pretty good for a kid actor. I'd say either him or the kid from Sun was pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
If that's who Luke David Blum is, if that's the kid, then he did pretty well. So one of them two kids.
Yeah. Best director. It's kind of got to go on to whatever my favorite movie was from that list. So censor maybe. Don't know. Screenplay. Don't. Yeah. Again.
Because my issue with best director, all of those films. I mean, I found Titan interesting, but it's not like I don't know. There's definitely a vision there. This is so tough because out of this list, it's tough because Edgar Wright, I feel like his direction for the film kind of brought it down, which is weird because I like a lot of what he does.
Yeah.
So it's tough. I like him as a director, but I didn't like what he's doing with the movie.
Yeah.
I guess as far as new ideas and bizarreness, probably Titan, but it's not like it's just what I have to work with on this list. Because I haven't seen Censor, so I don't know. But all the others are
Censor is the most horror movie-est movie in there, I would say. Although I don't remember The Night House, so.
It's forgettable, dude.
Oh well, there you go. It's been a slim year, hasn't it? Has it been this slim?
Yes.
Not really. Has it? I'm just trying to think.
It has been slim, dude. It's been slim pickings.
Yeah. Screenplay. Best score. Oh no, best score. Well, it's got to be John Carpenter for the Halloween theme.
That's so easy.
But does that even count? Does it count? Because it's pretty much. I know it's a variation of it.
Yeah, but it's almost.
It's pretty much that just wins.
But you have to go with it because it's just iconic.
Makeup effects. Wow. I don't think I've seen Spiral from the Book of Saw.
It was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
I don't know what the bottom one is.
Yeah, no clue.
Screw it. Halloween Kills, I guess. I don't know. Best creature effects.
Now this is a tough one here. This is a tough one here. Because the creature and antlers was so nasty. And I also like quite a few of the creatures in the Green Knight.
Because I didn't see antlers straight away. Like I got it queued up. I was going to watch it, and 10 minutes before I watched it, some asshat put a little video of the creature from Antlers on Twitter. Like, you dick.
When people
Avoided
do that, man, need to be dragged into the streets and dealt with.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't watch it straight away, so it's kind of, but
when you see it in action, just the way it moves, it's so nasty, dude. This is a tough one because you have like VHS 94. Now, are we talking like the Ratma thing?
Oh yeah,
Because that was nice, but everything else I was kind of like, it's okay. So this is tough, dude.
I don't know
I haven't
why
seen
Black
Black
Friday's there.
Friday.
Don't know why that's there, because.
But Psycho Gorman, I like the suit, so this is tough, dude.
I enjoyed the gore, just the unadulterated.
If I have to choose, if we're including the Ratma thing, I'm probably gonna go with that because that was so sick and I loved it.
Yeah, no, I think I'll go with that as well. I mean, Psycho Gorman a close second.
This is tough, dude.
It's then again Antlers.
I know it was either VHS or Antlers. This is a tough one, dude. But then again, the Green Knight in the Green Knight was pretty cool too. This is just a tough. This is too hard.
Yeah.
VHS final answer.
Just break it up into 5 parts and give everyone a piece. Oh no, break it up into 4.
Star.
Don't give Black. Well, actually, no. Then again, Black Friday, the old naked weird zombie monster lady was cool. I don't know. Move on. Costume design. I'm going to go with Prisoner of the Ghostland on that one because there's actual crazy costumes and shit in it, and the rest of them aren't really. They're just clothes, kind of. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because Last Night in Soho is mostly like period piece clothing,
exactly.
like from the UK, but
Prisoners of Ghostland, there's lots of weird kind of Mad Max shit going on, and like
I'd probably have to go
Japanese
with that
costumes, and
because in the context of horror, I would say Prisoners of Ghostland for sure.
Well, yeah, like I say, the rest of them are just clothes. Sorry to demean Lizzie Cook and Odile do blah blah and all these people, but you don't get to just put clothes on people and then win an award. Sorry.
And here, obviously, we're choosing Elvira. No questions asked. Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
I don't know. I lean towards Joe Bob.
No, that's pretty good too. But
definitely.
No, I just have to go with my girl Elvira.
Yeah, I mean there is that, but I don't know. See,
Joe Bob doesn't look like Elvira, my dude.
No, but he does have Darcy. Does have Darcy the male girl, so
that is.
All right, we'll split it. The Boulay brothers, no, thank you. And that's not because it's a drag show before anyone. It's just no.
I didn't even know what that was. What is this?
It's best documentary.
I've seen none of these, dude.
Neither have I, but I might watch the Dark Shadows and Beyond one.
Like is in the series?
Yeah.
The
Jonathan Fritz story. There's been other ones. There's been a bunch of other ones, but I just can't remember what years they came out. Anyway, best kill chosen by writing votes. I don't know what I would say best kill was. Well, no, I do know, but maybe the bread slicer.
Like
know.
The stuff on this list, I would assume, is where the best kill is coming from.
I don't know. Bread slicer was good. There was a movie about YouTube influencers staying in different, houses, like holiday on vacation, and then and Barbara Crampton again. But it was just such, she had a really quick death in it and came really out of the blue, and it was brutal as hell. So maybe that or the bread slicer are good for me. Can't think of anything else. For some reason, Last Night in Soho. Okay. Yeah. Well, we've been kicking it for an hour and 20 minutes. Is there anything else you want to bring up, comment on? Anything you've watched recently that was good?
Oof. Nothing.
No.
Good.
No.
It's all bad. Dude, well, there is something. There's this new movie on Netflix. It is bad though. But
Okay.
it has like Kristen Bell, and they kind of tagged it in articles as like a horror comedy thriller type thing.
Oh, yeah. What's it called?
Oh, that's the fun part.
Well, you can't
It's
remember.
the crazy
Yes, yeah.
longest title. And it's like the woman across the street looking out the window. Like, it's so ridiculous.
It's a parody title, isn't it? It's like parodying all those movies. Yeah.
Yes, but see, the thing is though, is that all of the articles are painting it a certain way.
Right.
And when you actually watch it, they're playing it straight for the most part. And there's really nothing funny that particularly happens. And then the horror element of it that they're trying to, at least as far as the articles are saying, is just so, it's just so, like, it's all off screen basically.
Okay.
Like, they insinuate that there's this serial killer, that like this guy who's like working at the prisons, and he's kind of like profiling, the serial killer. It's like bring your child to work day. And he brings his daughter, and then he accidentally leaves her in there to go quickly talk with somebody, and then the serial killer ends up like just like getting his daughter, and it's all off screen. So you're like, okay. But then there's other instances where like somebody's like girlfriend gets murdered, somebody's wife, like, and it's all off screen for the most part. Or they're like, did it really happen? Did it did it not? And then there's like almost purposeful bad acting. And the official title, I had to look it up online. It's The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. This is the actual title. This is the actual title of the film.
Okie dokie.
So you'll never remember the title, I can assure you of.
But it's that movie with Kristen Bell.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just quickly. Yeah, obviously, this is what's this? Sounds like we're making 10 other brand new Stephen King movies. Brand new? So they're remaking Salem's Lot. They're remaking Firestarter. Later, don't know what that is. They're remaking Children of the Corn.
Again. Like,
Mr.
how many
Harry
times are
Himself.
they going to do that?
Yeah. The Boogeyman. I vaguely remember reading that. Remaking Christine. Remaking Pet Sematary. Again.
We just had that last horrible remake.
Tell a lie. I think it's a sequel. Prequel.
Oh, dude.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Just stop.
Girl who don't know what that is. The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. Don't know. The Running Man's getting a remake with Edgar Wright attached to direct.
Hopefully he does better on this movie.
Yeah, and kind of, I mean, as much as I love the Arnie one, I kind of hope they do one that's accurate to the book, true to the book. Because, let's face it, the Arnie one was not. Not really, not at all. Not much. Elevation. Don't know what that is. There we go. Thanks, John Squires. Have you noticed since we bitched about him just doing like articles based on a tweet? He's gotten better. I like to think he was paying attention.
You never know.
I don't think he was paying attention.
Some of these guys like research their name and they search it out like they have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
Don't think there's anything else. There's a TV series. I'm just looking through the bookmarks I've got. I'm not even going to bring it up. There's a TV series of Let the Right One In coming. House of Usher started production. That's about it, I think. That's about it for the news. So, yeah, don't forget, folks, go and check out the Nosferatu by Narwhal. Sign up for the mailing list. You get a free art print. Come on, next one. Clint Stoker's Dracula. There's an early bird offer. Don't know what that is. We probably should have asked him. Never mind. Didn't think of it at the time. But it's looking cool. So we'll check that out. Jack the Ripper Vampire Hunter still cranking along. Got another couple of weeks. It's in pounds. We're on $57,890, which is insane.
Is that still in demand currently?
Yeah, we're in demand for a couple more weeks, I should think.
Cool. So check it out, guys, before it leaves.
Yeah, there may be some copies left over afterwards, after the print run, which will no doubt go on to stuntmancomics.com. But you can't be sure. I'm not 100% sure because
why risk it?
Why risk it? I think we've got to print like 2,000 books at the moment or something like that. So we'll see, but don't. If you really want it, don't wait. Yay, Jack the Ripper. Yeah. So there you go. Any closing comments? Anything?
I think we've covered basically all of our bases. Go check out Nosferatu, Dracula by Narwhal and Clint, respectively, and yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Don't forget to hit the likey and subscribe to me and subscribe to Crystal. The links are all in the description for everything. But got our Twitters and our YouTubes and Clint and Narwhal stuff's on there as well. So yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much to everybody that's come along and watched. And I am going to click on this before we go. Bye.
Later.
Children of the night, what music they make.